Let's go, baby! Happy Veterans Day. Happy Aloha Monday. We cruising today. Hey, shout out to brother Freddie Leon, bro. Got some NFC action. But yeah, today we got a special talk story today. We got brother Dre here in Sacramento area. He is a local basketball trainer, coach, solid stuff. Yeah, hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, as always, you guys jumping on. Shout out where you stay, where you from. Again, happy Veterans Day. Shout out to all the veterans, all you guys serving our country, current, past, all the good stuff, future, and all the good stuff. But yeah, I'm doing promo in the beginning of each talk story first. Shout out to the sponsor, Koa Kava. I already got some kava on deck, you know what I'm saying? Lunchtime action. But yeah, if you guys need kava root, go to the link in my bio, 15% off. Just hit that link, and it's automatic discount, or use Stay Rooted for your discount code. If you guys in Elk Grove, Sacramento, hit me up. Pickups Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Yeah, pre-made, OG, guava, mango, and cavamansi on deck today. But yeah, other than that, and last one, coaching, health, fitness, and wellness. Got the Rooted Parent Movement going down. It's a 6-week group starting in December, but also mindset and accountability coaching with this guy. If you guys want to jump on, let me know. But other than that, we got all that stuff out the way. Let's talk story about it, Dre, bro. This guy's fucking super solid. Hey, hit me up. I got you. But yeah, let's get brother Dre. We're gonna talk basketball. We're gonna talk about his journey. We're talking about coaching, training, and just everything basketball and everything. Just positivity, movement, and just goodness, dude. So let's get NFT action. Let's see, one more time. Again, this always happens, dude. I gotta do this like 5 or 6 times. Oh, there he is. Hey, what's up,
What's going
bro?
on, man?
Hey, it's official sweater weather, dude. Here in
Oh, oh
in
yeah.
the area, dude. It's pretty nuts.
Oh, big time, big time.
Hey,
I
but
love
yeah,
it.
dude.
I love
Much love, dude. I'm stoked that we got on. I've actually been wanting to talk story for a minute, so I'm actually pretty. Oh, hey, yeah, we got special guests in the house.
Oh
Let's
man,
go. Oh,
he's a menace, man. He
dang,
gets
he
all
got big,
crazy.
dude.
Yeah, he's pretty big, huh?
Yep, yep,
He's a
yep.
good boy. Chico, stay over there.
Hey,
Stay over there.
Chico, hey. But yeah, dude, much love, dude. Thank you for jumping on. Super stoked to know more about you, your journey.
Sure,
Basketball, of course. And yeah, we just vibe, bro. But
sure.
yeah, dude, for everyone jumping on, much love. Shout out where you stay, where you're tuning in from. But yeah, man, I want you to take it away for about, 30, 60 seconds.
I,
Who you are, where you from, and just how you're spreading aloha and basketball to the world,
so
dude.
I'm Andre Waller.
Oh, no. It's okay. We're going to get him back on. If anything, we'll probably jump off, then jump back on, but it's okay. We'll wait. But yeah, in the meantime, dude, yeah, super stoked. I actually slept late last. Oh, there you go. Last night, so got up pretty late. I got up at 9, dude. I usually get up at freaking 6. So, but yeah, happy Veterans Day, everybody. We're gonna have him jump back on. Um, but yeah, if you guys doing anything special today,
That
oh,
was
hey, there you go.
I don't know what
No,
happened.
no, no, we're good. Dude.
Uh,
Yeah, I always say this every single live, but I like lives because it's just organic and just one-on-one, or even just
sure.
in general. But sometimes the connection gets all
It
jacked up.
gets
But
weird. It's all good.
yeah, but yeah, go for it, dude.
But like I said, yeah.
Reintro.
So I'm Andre Waller. I'm a basketball player development coach out here in Sacramento. I'm actually from Las Vegas though, so I was born out here in Sac, moved to Nevada when I was young, but I grew up in Las Vegas. Lived there for majority of my younger life, and then I moved out here just due to some family things and things like that. I miss Vegas sometimes, sometimes I don't, same stuff. But when I moved out here, I had aspirations to play college basketball. Really wanted to. I played basketball all my life. I played high school. I played middle school. Was never really the best at it. But as I got older, I became better, and kind of really enjoyed playing it. It was more of like a safe space for me. And so as I grew, I wanted to play it longer and longer. And so I had aspirations to play college ball. I had a few problems with my eligibility because I was from a different state. and I wanted to just kind of walk on to a school. I had some offers to walk on from like American River. And so I tried that out. I ended up having a few injuries and then having problems with my eligibility. So through that, it was a rough process. It was about a year of me just kind of trying to navigate through,
Yeah.
everything else. But training kind of came on when I started training like this young kid. I just seen him at a Cal Fit when we were hooping, and I was just showing him a few pointers. And so after that, I was like, I really enjoyed doing this. And even throughout high school, I would always kind of work with my teammates, and, help them out with their free throws, because some of my teammates couldn't shoot free throws at all. So and I was always one of the best free throw shooters. So trying to help them shoot their free throws and kind of teaching them things that I do. And then I just kind of took that and took it on with the little kid. But I always tell people when I first started, I really didn't know what I was doing. To be
Yeah.
honest, I was just out there. Like I wouldn't even look drills up. I would just kind of go off what felt
Yeah.
right. So like if I was working with a player and they couldn't make layups with their right hand, I would just sit there and try to help them make layups with their right hand for an hour, hour and a half sometimes. So overall, man, it's been a journey. It's been about I started about 3 years ago. I started really young when I was 18. I'm 21 now. So yeah, it's been a journey, man. But I've loved every minute of it.
Nice. Dude, no, that's solid, dude. Yeah, it's crazy because like I remember you telling me kind of going back to your story of like, oh yeah, middle school is like when you started to kind of just like started to click or something like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I think you told me
exactly.
something like that, yeah, because with Elisha,
Yeah,
yeah, because for him his same thing, his like he likes basketball, but he's not like he doesn't sleep with his basketball, like he doesn't like
yeah,
like
no,
wake up wanting to
no,
hoop.
I do.
It's more of like he just really likes it and he likes like the team the environment, like being part of a team and like being with his friends and stuff.
Yeah,
So it's like, yeah, and then yeah, like he's only fourth grade, so it's more of like for me too. It's like, hey, dude, just
do
freaking enjoy it.
it.
Like for me, I get in the mode of like, cause I, once fourth, fifth grade happened, I was like, oh shit, like I love basketball. I like walked around with my basketball and stuff. But it's like I can remember like this is his journey with basketball. It's not mine. You know what I mean? So it's like it balanced between like, hey, you want to get better? Let's practice but I don't want to like, hey, like Mamba mentality, 5 a.m. Let's get up, start training. You know what I mean?
I get
Like
that.
I know
Sure,
him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, let's kind of ease into it because if I were to push it, he would be like, ah, I'm over
I
it.
get tired
But
of it for sure.
yep, yep,
I mean, with me, Chico, please. With me, kind of around middle school is when it took off for me. Is he bar? Is it too loud?
no, no,
If
no,
he's
no.
bar. Okay,
You're
let's
you're
go.
no.
Chico, chill out. I don't want to put him in his cage. He doesn't like his cage.
Yeah, yeah. It's all good, dude.
Um, but anyway, when I was in middle school, I didn't start really playing for real until I was in about sixth grade,
Yeah,
and then I was kind of just I'd play at the park, I kind of play with my friends, but then when I hit sixth grade, I was like, I really want to try and be good at this.
yeah,
And then seventh grade came along. I feel like I didn't get really good until I was eighth
yeah.
grade. Eighth
Okay.
grade is kind of when I took a big step, but I played big man when I was in eighth grade. So I worked on my footwork. I had a little jump hook, something that
Yeah,
was, it was like, and then when I became a freshman in high school that whole eighth grade summer, I worked like a mad. Like I constantly. I was never out of the gym. I was always shooting. I was always playing with my friends. I was doing drills. I went to a few camps that summer. Nothing crazy, but just trying to get better. And so it took me a while to take the jump to get better. And when I became a freshman, that's when I was able to really take off and really see my game. And I could shoot the ball really well. I could handle the ball and then I became kind of like a hybrid point guard, shooting guard. I was too short to play the two guards, so they'd
yeah,
always make me bring the ball up, but I'd have to give it away because I didn't want it. I didn't want to run sets. I just wanted to shoot the ball, wanted to
yeah,
score. That was,
yeah,
and so yeah. So after that, it really took off for me, but it took time for me to really develop the want to work to get better.
yeah,
I mean, I don't think there's a lot of kids who have it right when they're born. Like, I mean, not when they're born, but when they're really young.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
there's a few kids that I know now who are they work harder than some of the college players that I've trained.
yeah,
Right. And I'm not gonna name no names, no disrespect to anybody, but I've just
yeah,
seen some of these kids that are great. Like, they don't even want a water break. And I'm
yeah,
telling
yeah,
you,
yeah,
I'm not doing no light drills with these kids. They're running, they're moving.
yeah,
And then there's kids that you have to really push them, and you got to unlock something. And once
Yep.
it's unlocked, then they become that
Yep.
way. So
Yep.
it's all about who you're working with and how you can help them get to the point where they want to see themselves get better,
Yep.
right? I mean, you can't just give it to them. They have to really find it in themselves to be like, I'm gonna get up today and I'm gonna go get my shots up. I'm gonna do my
Yep.
ball handling. I'm gonna do all the little things. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's great, man. It's honestly, it's great to even just watch the kids grow like that. That's the best part about it.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. Yeah, because I like your style too. Because it's your coaching style is kind of like how I train like my clients, like with fitness and stuff. But also like with like I just started coaching too, as far as the youth coaching. Like
Mhm.
I only started like last year, but it's like super addicting and fulfilling, dude. It's
It's
like
great.
seeing the kids like progress each week. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like even it's like little things, but yeah, like the way your work, because I'm like the only one that really works with Elijah, but and then
Mhm.
having him work with you a few sessions, like I like your style because like you push him, but it's like but positive, um
Positive
uh
reinforcement.
reinforcement, and
Yeah.
like yeah, it's like you're not like raining like military style, but
No,
it's like, hey dude, like we're here to work, dude, let's work, you know what I mean?
exactly.
So yep,
I feel
yep.
like
So
that's a message you got to tell kids, especially working with younger kids. I mean, as far as like a lot of the teenagers or like high school players that you train, I can bring a different attitude.
yep,
Like I want you guys to work hard because you're at a whole different level now. Once you hit high
yep,
school, people don't realize how hard it is to transition from middle school. If you've never really played like big AAU or anything like that, it's a rough transition, and it can be for players who are not as strong, not as fast, right? They rely on their shooting a lot. They rely on their ball handling. You got to be able to do all those things pretty good in order to
yep,
survive in high school. And
yep,
so with like little kids like that, you have to make them what's the word? You have to make them know that they're doing a good job,
yeah,
right? That it's okay to mess up, right?
yep,
Everybody's gonna mess up, and if you come at them like a yelling at them, telling them they're not doing a good job, or don't do it like that, do it like this. I'm a big believer in self correction,
yep,
right? Letting kids correct themselves. So you give them a tool, you let them mess up, you let them mess up. If they mess up 5 times in a row, you give them a reinforcement, like, hey, try this.
yep,
After that, you let them mess up again. Then something clicks, they get it. Next thing you know, they
yep,
do the second rep, they get it. They might mess up again on the third or fourth rep, but it's just about making sure that they can find their own correction,
yep,
right? Because in a game, your coach can only tell you so much.
yep,
You have to be able to correct. So yeah, I think that's a big thing with just working with anyone that's from 7 to maybe even 12 years old, 13 years old, making sure you give them positive reinforcements every single time you train them. And then just showing them love rather than showing them like yelling at them, telling them what they're doing bad, right?
yep,
You gotta give them a certain part of you that's kind of vulnerable too, right? Like they're
yep,
being vulnerable with you. They're missing shots. They're frustrated. They're giving you their all basically in that workout. So I got to show you a part of me that's also vulnerable. Let me tell you that you're doing a good job. Let me tell you, hey, I messed up with this too. When I was getting better, man, I couldn't shoot. Right,
yep,
my
yep,
footwork was bad. My handle was bad. Right, everybody has to start. You got to start somewhere, man. So
yep.
wherever you start, you just got to keep climbing and climbing, and eventually, like I said, something will click. Eventually, as long as you keep on doing it, something's gonna click. You
Yep,
know.
yep, yep. 100%, dude. Yeah, that's kind of like myself, like coaching the kids too. As far as like during the game and stuff too, I'm still kind of learning like
Oh
how to
yeah,
adjust as far as because you came to our last
yeah,
playoff game, dude. Thanks,
yeah,
appreciate that, dude. Yeah,
for sure.
and then yeah, I was kind of I kind of treated like Phil Jackson style, kind of like okay, like we have our foundation of
Yeah,
what we want to do during the game, but you guys are gonna try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
if all hell's breaking loose, like all right, time out, bro. It's like let's
yeah,
bring
yeah,
it
yeah,
back. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know if you noticed, but during that playoff game, when the second unit came in, so I kind of split it up as far as like skill level. Like I put like
yeah,
three solid people and like two like a kind of mid skill level, so everyone can get the flow. But like the first unit was pretty solid because they were sharing the ball, playing good defense and stuff. And the second unit, they're just trying to do one on one too much.
mm,
So I don't even know. It's like I like to talk to the kids on the bench. I'm like, all
yeah,
right, hey guys, what are they doing well, and what can they improve on? And then it was like, oh, they're running back on defense well, but they're not passing. I was like, all right, what did you guys do well for us to have the lead? It's like, oh,
exactly.
we're sharing the ball, playing good defense. I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave them in for 2 more minutes. You guys go in and go do what you guys did. So it's like more of like having them give me feedback of like, all right, what are you guys doing well, and what can you guys keep doing as far as like, all right, coach knows everything. Let me tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
kind of like I kind of like your style too of like self correction.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then you got to do it with every single
Yeah.
level. You got to like, I mean, even when I'm training some of my elite high school guys, like if they're missing 3 shots in a row, I always tell them, you guys, you just hit a wall, right? If you made, let's say you made 5 in a row, right? Whatever we're working on, and then you missed 4 in a row. To me, you just hit the wall. Now let's run it back. How did you make those shots before? What were you doing with your footwork? What were you doing with your hand placement? What were you doing? Let's go back to those little things so you can make those shots. And then once you do that, you kind of build a level. They build a level of confidence, right? Where they know, okay, just because I missed a few shots doesn't mean I can't
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah.
Let me go back and
Yeah.
find something else. And so even like coaching in the TDL league at Touch Shooting, right? It's a great league for little kids, and even not even just little kids. It's kindergarten through 8th grade,
Nice.
right? And they have there's multiple divisions and things like that that kids are able to work on. But with some of those kids, they're not as advanced as others, right? So for me, when I coach them in their games, right, I try to give them the best. I tell them to focus on 3 things: play defense, pass the ball, make layups,
Yeah.
right? Play defense, pass the ball, make layups. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you to if you get a wide open 3 ball, excuse me, shoot it. I mean,
Green light,
honestly,
dude. Yep.
have fun. Have
Yep.
fun with the game. But if there's a layup and you look at the dude who's wide open for the layup and you shoot the 3 ball, then we got a problem, because what is the three
Yeah.
rules? Pass the ball, play defense, right? Pass the ball, play defense, and make layups.
Yeah.
So it's a really kind of, you got to separate how you coach certain players in certain areas, certain
Yeah.
teams. But I mean, like what you were doing with the kids, right? Being them, having them self correct and finding out what their problem is, asking questions like, "Hey, what do you guys feel? Right?
Yeah.
What can we do better? What do you think we can do better?" Right? That way, they have an input. They don't feel like they're just being told what to do,
Yeah.
right? Because basketball is a game of thinking. Basketball is a game of freedom. Basketball is a game of being able to move and kind of be creative on the court, right? Because at the end of the day, us hoopers, we call it our canvas,
Yeah.
right? The basketball court is my canvas. Any moves that I do, anything, sidesteps, step backs, right? Sometimes they're not great shots, but I'm building something within myself to be able to do those moves. I'm building a certain level of confidence, right? So you got to let them still be able to have their canvas, but then be able to help them build their canvas just a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Correct them with the little things, right? I'm big on the little things, right?
Yeah.
Little things. It's not about correcting a whole mound of things. If we can just fix that little bit on your footwork, let's try that first. Before I start telling you to bring the ball here and move it here and take these steps, let's just try to fix. Let's just move that right foot up just a little bit. That way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not just telling them what to do. That goes back to me, saying we're not telling them what to do. We're just trying to give them positive input to help them out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that was a long answer.
Oh
My bad, but
no, no,
it's
that's
just
good, dude. Hell yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just so much. I'm truly passionate
Yeah.
about it. Like I said, I study this stuff. Like I pay money to go to coaches conferences, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I truly enjoy learning and getting better. That way I can give it to those
Yeah.
players. That's the biggest part about it, is being able to share your knowledge with the upcoming guys. For me, like at an early age, I kind of realized that playing wasn't in the cards for me. Right, having a long playing career wasn't in the cards for me. I mean, not saying all the odds are stacked up against me, but I'm not that tall. I'm really not that, compared to some of these athletes. I'm not that fast, not
Yeah.
that strong, right? But what I do have is a strong intellect and an ability to teach, right? So I take that, and now I'm using it in basketball, and that it's been the best thing that's ever happened to me, to be honest. One of the best things that's ever happened to
Hell
me.
yeah.
So yeah, man, like I said, it's truly just a passion, and I love it so much.
No, that's solid,
I'm-
dude. Yeah, because yeah, it's crazy as far as like just basketball in general. Because like, there's so many freaking layers
Oh
to
yeah.
the game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like we can play pickup and like have fun for exercise and stuff. But like when we start getting into it, because I kind of see it as like legit like a martial art. You know
Oh,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like full on like crafting. Like you can dribble by yourself. You can freaking shoot. Work on things using your visualization. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
dribbling by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're like saucing somebody up. You know what I mean? And also like on like you said, like a physical, mental, even spiritual like level of development, dude. Like it takes a lot to just like work on yourself individually, but also like work as a team. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's like, okay, it's like, all right, all of us working together, getting to know your teammates, kind of for me, like, being small boy, I was always point guard, you know what I mean? But,
Yep.
like me, like learning what, my friend, my two guard likes to do, or like, my three and my four is like, all right,
Yes.
these guys like these spots, like, okay, let me navigate and like get them too. Cause Steve Nash was like, one of my all-time freaking favorite
Oh yeah.
players, dude. Yeah, Nash. It was Nash, Kidd, and Iverson. Those were
Nice.
like the three me growing
Nice.
up, and
That's
then
right.
a little known no, nobody really knows, but Kirk Heinrich
Kirk
from the Bulls. Yeah,
Heinrich.
yeah, dude, fucking Captain Kirk, dude. He was the
That's
one that I
fire.
always followed
That's fire.
for like
I
defense and
love
shit,
that.
dude.
I love
Yeah,
that.
so yeah, it's yeah, like tapping into like all those aspects of like, okay, like yeah, really bettering myself like individually, but also like as a
Oh
team. Like,
yeah.
okay, how can I help the team win? You know what I mean? So,
That's it,
but
man. And it builds a certain, I mean, confidence off the court too. I
yep,
know I work with some adults, right? That when they train, they're not only just training, they're not trying to make the NBA, they're not trying to make it to college, but they train for
yep,
themselves. It's more of a mindset thing. It's getting them
yep,
out the house. It's building their endurance. It's putting something in front of them that's not so easy and it's
yep,
challenging, right? So now they know how to self correct. They know how to go into a situation where they're not that good at it and learn how to get better, right? And I think it takes somebody who's willing to try new things, right? To go in there and ask somebody and ask a coach, hey, can you help me get better? Well, what's your reasoning? Why do you want to get better? I just want to self improve, right? I
yep,
just want to improve myself. I want to do something that's challenging. I think that's one of the best parts about for me training too and coaching, and even just with personal coaching, whatever. If they want to get inside the gym and lift weights, get better at basketball, whatever sport it is, as long as you're challenging yourself, right? And you're finding something that you're not that good at and trying to become better at, you're gonna build confidence. You're gonna have a certain walk on you
yep,
after. It's a certain feeling that you can't really describe.
yep,
And I think
yep,
you could put it in anything in life, right? Anything. If you got a new job and you're not the best at it yet, what do you got to do? You got to put your head down. You got to find a way to get better, right? No one's going to hand it to you. Do your research, put your time
yep,
in, put your hours in, and then get better.
yep,
So you can put that into school, work, sports. If you're doing home improvement, right?
yep,
If you're building something on your house, you got to learn how to do it. It's going to be challenging at first, but it's okay, right? Just keep your head down, keep working, and then eventually, you're gonna learn how to do it. So I mean, it's just like that. It's crazy. It's really crazy how much you can compare basketball or sports or personal fitness to just every aspect in your life.
yep, 100%, dude. Yeah, it's yeah, even like, cause me, I like I said, I grew up playing basketball, but like I didn't start playing organized basketball till like high school. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh-huh.
like even then, like I grew up not knowing that there was organized sports up until high
Yeah.
school, up until I
Oh,
made the fucking. Even like I always tell the story, but like so basically how I made the basketball team was, uh, I was walking home from school, and then this dude that I used to play at the park with a lot, he goes like, "Hey,
yeah.
there's basketball tryouts," and I thought it was just like I don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, "Oh, basketball, I'm down, dude." Yeah, so I ran
Yeah.
home, got my shoes, did the whole week of tryouts, and then I ended up making the
Nah,
team. It was just a
hey.
JV, yeah, but he didn't make it. I felt bad, but because he told me about the
Oh,
tryouts.
he didn't make it.
Yeah, dude. Yep,
Oh,
yep,
you
yep.
wrong,
Yeah. So
man. You took
I'm
his
pretty sure I
spot.
took it. Probably
You
took his
took
spot,
his
but
spot. Yeah, you
it's all
wrong,
good,
man.
bro. But yeah, I remember our first team meeting. We're all sitting down. I had a couple friends who I hoop with at the park.
Uh huh.
The coach hands out the schedule. It says like Baldwin High School, like all these high schools. I'm like, hey, dude, like why are we? What is this? He goes,
Yeah.
oh, you made the high school team, dude. Like we're playing the other high schools. Then I was like, oh shit. So then I was all like, okay. He's like, what does that mean? He's like, oh, there's refs, everything. We
That's
travel.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
crazy.
So like, I would always just street ball, play at the park. It's totally different than organized basketball, dude, with the refs,
Oh yeah.
the crowd, the cheerleaders, coaches. So like, I remember my first experience. I got on the court. I was all like, oh shit, damn. It,
Give me one
no,
second. This
no,
this
no, no.
keeps going insane.
You're good though.
Come here. Come here.
he does not like. I have a
What's that?
window open, and he just stares out the window. And
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
every time a dog walks past, he loses his mind.
No,
He's
that's
a,
it's
yeah,
a
he's
little
a
dog. I have
menace,
a
man.
little Shih Tzu, dude.
He's gonna go to jail for a little bit, and then I'll get him
No, no, no,
out.
mine is, dude. Yeah, yeah. I actually can hear
Yeah,
him.
I mean, he barks like crazy, so he'll be all right in his cage for a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, man, that's crazy.
yeah,
That's how we found out about team sports. I mean, like I said, growing up, I never played. I never really played AAU. I never really
yeah,
played. I didn't start that stuff until I got to high
yeah,
school.
yeah,
Right when I was in middle school, I was at the park.
yeah.
Like I was like my games were at the park with my parents would take us to so in Vegas there's this park called Lone Mountain. It's called Lone Mountain Park, and they would have all the adults who ran over there,
Yep.
right? So me being, sixth, seventh grade, my confidence was, I mean, it wasn't crazy, but I'm like, man, I can stick with all these dudes. Man, my first time getting on the court, I'll never forget. Somebody hit me with the craziest crossover, and I fell.
Oh
Everybody
shit.
started laughing. Everybody started laughing. I think I went home. I didn't play basketball for like a week. I was like, I'm done. If this is what it's like, I'm done. Right. And then there's another park where I grew up by. It was a Christian church. It was called Canyon Ridge. Me and my big brother would go there every single day. After that moment, I feel like I was there every single day.
Yeah.
And he'd rebound for me, I'd rebound for him. And then eventually we just kind of it made it our routine. We take our bikes, we'd go there and we'd hoop for hours. I'm talking about in that Vegas
Oh
sun,
shit,
summer
yeah,
days,
dude.
and it didn't matter. They had a water fountain and they had a shade. They had a little place. So we'd hoop for about an hour, then we go. They had like a little waterfall too. So
Oh
we'd
sick.
so we'd go over there, we stick our hands in the water, and then we go lay in the shade, and then we go right back at
Hell
it
yeah.
and hoop. And it was just like some of the best memories of my life,
Yep.
like came from that, And even like my big brother, he didn't really stick with basketball too much, but it was always our bonding point was playing
Yep.
basketball. So yeah, and even just going to that church, and then finally when I went back to that spot, yeah, I didn't get a lot of buckets, but I was always able to hold my
Yeah, yeah,
own. After
yeah.
that,
Yep.
and kind of knowing like these older dudes are not gonna take it easy on me,
Yep.
so I held my own every single time. To eventually where I started playing, I would make my shots. They kind of knew who I was, right? And then, but it was just that moment of like, am I gonna quit or am I gonna work a little bit harder?
Yep.
So now everything that I do now is always you either do it and go 100% or you don't do it at all,
Yep.
right? So when it came to training, oh man, I did it absolutely 100%.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Like that was it, man. Once I made that decision that I was gonna train these players, I was like, I'm gonna do everything in my power to get better at training and get these players better.
Hell yeah.
Whether I got to get up at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I've trained a few players at 5
Hell yeah.
a.m. Just
Yep.
man, I'm telling you, getting out of that bed is so hard on a
Yep.
cold day
Yep.
at like 4:30 a.m. I'm man, I've been on the verge, typed out a text
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Hey man, I can't make it," and then I'm about to hit send, and then I'm just looking at, all right, what am I really doing this for?
Yep. Yep.
Right? I need to get these players better, and this is a challenge to me because even working with higher level players, they challenge me.
Yep.
They challenge my intellect. They challenge like they ask questions like, "Hey, why am I doing this?" If I tell them a wrong answer, then I look, I don't know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I gotta go into these workouts knowing what I'm doing, how I'm gonna do it, right? I gotta have I feel like sometimes I gotta have every question already pre-planned and answered in my head because
Yeah.
a lot of these really good players they'll challenge you,
Yeah.
right? So um, I remember it's kind of going off topic here,
No, no, you good,
but
bro. Yeah, yeah. Go, yeah.
one of the first, I think he's watching right now. My boy Cam. I first started training Cam. I think I was a year or two into training already, but he was one of the first really high level players I was working with, right? And I remember training him. I would kind of go in. I don't want to say nervous, but I would go in there and be like, I got to be on top of my shit right now. Or, my bad. Can I
No, no,
cuss?
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
my
Go for
fault.
it. Yep.
But
Yep.
I gotta really be on my stuff because if I'm not, I don't want him to think that I'm just taking his money or taking his
Yep.
time doing whatever. So I gotta know that what I'm doing is gonna help him in the long run. And it did. He had a really good season, and we worked on a lot of different things. But it's just that mindset of are you gonna sink or swim?
Yeah. Yep.
No matter who you're working with, you're gonna sink or swim. So turns out I've swam a lot, but there has been times where I've sank. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and
yeah. Oh
or
yeah, dude.
the
Yep,
workouts didn't go well, or people didn't really reach out to me again. So it's just a mindset of like whatever you do, there's gonna be 25 no's and there's always gonna be one yes,
yep,
So just be okay with hearing all the no's. And if someone tells you, hey, I think you need to work on this a little bit better, don't take offense to
yep,
it. Look at it like this person just helped me. Now I can know what I need to get better at. And
yep.
look at everything from a positive point of view. And so that's uh yeah, man, it's been crazy. It's been
That's
crazy.
powerful, dude. Yeah, because in there it's yeah, like you said with anything, dude. Whatever you put your mind and spirit into is like, all right, let's freaking if you really want to get good at it, dude, let's take everything. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
positive criticism or even like negative criticism,
Yeah.
and then even just keep growing. You know what I'm saying? Because I always say like uh the best fuel for growth is is shit. You know what I'm saying? Manure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need the shit to fucking
You
grow your
I
your
mean,
your
honestly,
seed. You know what I'm saying?
it's facts.
Yep.
It's real.
Yep. Yep.
Like you
Yep.
need
Yep.
that negativity. I've had parents, and me being young, like I had to paint this picture for somebody yesterday. I was like, imagine an 18-year-old coming up to you and be like, hey, can I train your son?
Yeah.
And being like, all right, well, how much is it? And throwing you a price, right? I mean, the prices used to be super cheap,
Yeah.
right? But I'm just like, would I let that person train my kid either? And so I got a lot of no's,
Yeah.
but the yeses that I did get, I took all those no's and took everything that I learned from those no's. Like, how did you approach the people?
Yeah.
What are the things that you say? Did you tell them what you're good at? Did you lie to them? Did you say that you knew this but you really didn't? Right? So it's
Mhm.
more of me looking at myself and being like, let me be as honest and 100% as possible and go up to you like, hey, if I don't know the answer, I'm gonna make sure the next time I see you, I do know the answer,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Rather than being like, man, bump what that guy's talking about. I don't care about him, right?
Yeah.
His opinion doesn't matter. When at the end of the day, I mean, to me, for somebody who's not really big in the industry, everybody's opinion matters to me now. I got to make sure I know what these people are saying and what take that and get better at it. So if they say that, hey, Dre doesn't speak loud enough when he's training, man, I'm about to go into the next session
Yeah.
yelling,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Or I don't like the way Dre explains drills too fast. Or at the next session, I'm gonna take my time and focus on every single detail. And then eventually you do that for 6 months, right? Those things that people didn't like about you, now they see you again and you're putting on a whole different light,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? 6 months ago they didn't want you to train their kid. Now they see you're training this guy and this guy and this guy. Now they want their kid to jump in. Now this is my opportunity to prove to you guys that everything that you said, right? I took that in and I got better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rather than looking at that and being like, man, you guys are, who cares about your opinion? Whatever, you guys aren't wrong. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, yeah, it's just looking into yourself and being able to self correct, and that's where I go back to self correction. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to take the bullshit from people. Whatever people got to say, it's okay. You got to just take it sometimes.
Yeah.
Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just because that somebody says something to me, I'm good, right? I'm still here, still standing. I got this many people I'm working with right now. How can I get better now? Instead of just getting down on yourself.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. Yeah. Plus, it can be tough too because if you're like passionate, like
Yeah.
you put your heart and soul into
Oh
it,
yeah.
and you hear like
Oh.
negative stuff, or even just what's perceived as negative, it's like again it hurts. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Oh
oh
yeah.
fuck, dude. Like oh man,
Oh yeah.
So it's like yeah, kind of just growing through all of it and like not necessarily getting thicker skin, but yeah, like learning how to self correct and navigate through all of it because like legit, like I see it, dude. Like you fucking care about the kids. You care
Sure.
about your craft. You know what I mean? So like you're putting in like you said, with freaking I want to go to one of Coach Handy's freaking
Oh yeah.
certification courses, dude. I missed the last one, and the last time he was up with you guys,
Yeah.
at an event. But yeah, like legit, like I'm slowly like same thing. Like even though my stuff is only volunteer coaching and stuff, but I'm getting it. I'm like, oh shoot, like this is pretty
It
fulfilling. Like
is.
I've done fitness coaching with adults and stuff, but like with Elijah, his kids, like for me, it's also like creating the memories because like for me, kind of talking back to how you're saying like the bond that you created with your brother. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like for me, like I still have friends who I hooped with since I was a little kid, or even like going to UH when I used to hoop open gym.
Yeah.
intramurals.
Oh,
Like
oh, yeah.
I met so many friends, good people on the basketball court, dude. So yeah, it's and you know I get a pretty addictive personality when it comes to basketball. Like once I decided to coach, I'm like, all right, dude, I'm fucking YouTubing, coaching
That's
drills,
all right.
freaking, yeah, just going in, dude. So
For sure, man. And that's the beautiful part about it is taking something and challenging yourself and being
yeah,
like, you know what, taking prides in the wins and the losses, right? Even though you're volunteering, coaching, or whatever, a win is a win and a loss is a loss,
yeah,
right? So you really gotta, you love the wins and you want these kids to win. You want them to know what it feels like to win.
yeah,
But you also want them to be okay with losing because if you don't lose, you'll never learn how to win,
yeah,
right? So you have to lose a few times to win. So and you knowing that and you taking the time to learn that as well, it really helps them when it comes to boosting their confidence, right? When it comes to doing the little things in the games, right? Not getting down on themselves when they miss a shot. Just having the ability to teach the kids that no matter what happens, I'm still on your side,
yeah,
right? No matter what happens, right? We're gonna get to the next game and we're gonna try to win the next game. And whatever happens that game, we're gonna still move on to the next game,
yeah,
right? So it's just about a one game mentality. Like focus on what's in front of you, right? And help the kids get better at what they need to get better at, and then you focus on the other stuff,
yeah,
right? Take them who sorry, what's the word? Um, Take them for who they are right now,
yeah,
right? And then help them get a little bit better and then focus on the next step. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
think that's volunteering coaching too and just doing it for the kids. Like that's the that's one of the best things I think that adults can do, right? And just parents can do because now you're truly serving your
yeah,
community,
yeah,
right? Not in a way that a lot of people see it, but you're helping these kids grow because now you're somewhat of a figure to them, right?
yeah,
You're an authority now. You're not only just an authority figure, but you're also a positive figure, right? You know, you have your business, you sell kava, right? You do your kava events. You've taken something that you love doing and enjoy doing it and turned it into something that can help feed your family,
yeah,
right? And what else can be so positive, right? And positive mindset, right? I don't think I've ever heard you say a negative thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
like just being out of the time I've known you. So it's like if you can be positive with the kids constantly and show them that there's always a positive outlook on everything, right? Some things it may be harder to find the positive outlook, but you can
yeah.
always find a positive outlook. So just being that for the kids is way more important than anything else really that you could be doing with your time sometimes.
No,
You know what I'm
thanks. Hell
saying?
yeah. Yeah, and then kind of going back to piggybacking with what you're saying. Good passes, defense, and making layups. You know what I'm saying? It's like I
Yeah.
always tell them, like even in practice, like, hey, dude, like this is where we fix our mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So when we get in the game, we're confident of like, okay, it's like even if you do make a mistake in the game, you're just like, okay, I know how to course correct. You're like I'm really
Of
big on
course.
like self correction and
Of
stuff. You know what
course.
I'm saying? So it's like yeah, it's like all right, hey, dude, like you missed a shot in practice, all right, bro. It's like frick, like that's why we're here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. And
you
we're
know what I
here to
mean?
practice, man.
Yep,
It's called practice for a reason.
yep.
So yeah, man, definitely, definitely. I think
Hell
that
yeah, but no, yeah. As far as getting into your own journey and stuff, like getting in with the touch crew and
oh
stuff,
yeah.
and also with Coach Phil Handy. Like, how did you get connected with those guys?
So last year, I mean, I've really just watched a lot of Coach Phil Handy stuff throughout the years. He's helped me build my way of training, taking a lot of the things that he does with having a wide base, being on balance, always trying to be on balance no matter what, right? Just taking those little things, how he approaches training, how he approaches the game, and and just trying to turn it into my own, right? So I went to his coaching clinic last year, or not last year, it was 2023. Yeah, last year, and I actually took my boy Cam with me. Right, we went and he trained and worked with a whole bunch of other pros, and it was a great event. But for me at that point, it was I need to go here and learn as much as I can. So I worked with other trainers. Right, I was a defense dummy, right, or dummy defense people for other trainers. Right, I would just go up and guard their players.
Yeah,
Right, and give it my all. Right, by the end of it, I was in a full sweat, was tired. I didn't get no shots. I didn't get to make no shots. No, I'm just
yeah.
playing. I just had to guard, right? So
Yeah.
I got to do that and really learn. Got to connect with multiple trainers, and then at the end of it, I got to go to Phil Handy's coaching clinic, and that's where I got to really watch how elite coaches coach,
Oh yeah.
right? How they approach their players, what they say to their players, just even down to breaking it all the way down to how they motivate their players,
Mm.
right? The things that they say, how are they how are they talking to these players after they miss a shot? How are they talking to these players after they make a shot? What type of drills are they putting them into? So getting to watch Phil Handy and how he does it, and along with the other, I think it was four coaches there who got their own segment. Teresa Witherspoon, I don't know if you guys know
Yeah.
who she is, but
See,
she had
legend.
her
Let's
own
go.
she had her own segment on defense, and it was one of the most amazing basketball things I've ever seen. She taught defense at some of the highest levels I've ever seen defense, right? And then going there is where I got to meet Ryan, Ryan Sipkins, owner of Touch Shooting. So I met him there. Before I reached out to him, I think we had a few conversations prior, but I met him there face to face and shook hands and talked for we talked for maybe 2 minutes, and it was kind of just that was that. And
Yeah.
then after that, I got back here and I boosted my training. Everything I took from there, I took everything and put it into my training, figured it all out, and my training got a little bit better. And then next thing you know, I had a conversation with Ryan, and we just talked about how we could both bring value to touch shooting, or how I can bring value to touch shooting, and what I can do to kind of be a value for them, right? And then just kind of build on something that's bigger than myself, really.
Yep.
So I got to go there, and then we met at a coffee shop and talked for a long time, and kind of exchanged numbers. And so after that, I worked a camp with him, one of his winter camps, and I loved it. I was like, I love the way they teach. I love the message that they bring. It's the way that they teach at Touch Shooting is a lot different than a lot of other trainers teach. Right? They're teaching basketball. Like I'm talking about levels of how to make reads, how to work
Mm.
out a set, how to work like, and we'll do a drill where it's decision making. All right, there you're either hitting the corner or you're hitting the roll man. Now you have to make the decision where the defense is guarding you. If you make the wrong decision, right, it's a turnover. So it directly translates to the game. So I love the way that they coach. I love everything. I should say we because I'm a part of it now, but yeah, I love everything that we do at Touch. It's a really great environment for basketball players, and it's taught me a lot. And going there with minimal playing experience, there's a lot of pros in there. There's a
Yep.
lot of all the coaches have played either high level college or pro, right? Coach Amir, he's like a brother to me. He's played 7 years of pro basketball. Coach Ryan, I believe, played four. Coach Christian in there, he played high level college and he coached for his college. So going in there was kind of like, oh, well, and then Coach Jackson, he played college basketball as
Yeah.
well. So me being the youngest one there, it could be intimidating at times, right? When they have so much knowledge,
Yeah.
and it's like, how do I bring my value? And so now I've brought it in, kind of developing the youth, being somebody that the youth closer. I'm not calling them old, but
Yeah.
they getting up there, right?
Yep.
I gotta be. I'm closer to the youth. I'm closer to their age, being someone that they connect with,
Yep.
and then also being able to teach them as well, right? I don't want to be an authority figure, right? I
Yeah.
don't want to really. I'm more. I want to be a coach. I want to help you, but I also demand that respect as well.
Yep.
But also just kind of going in there and being a great teacher, and also being a great student, right? Learning from Ryan, learning from Coach Amir, Coach Christian, Coach Jackson, right? Learning from all those guys, and then turning that and becoming an even better coach myself and a better teacher. So I've taken the role of being a student and a
Yeah.
teacher at the same time.
Yeah. That's
You
sick.
know, being a student from Ryan and them, taking everything, like we do our own trainers training every Friday, right? So we do what is it? It's called instructor training, and Ryan basically will pick one of us to train them. Or
Mm.
at first he trained all of us at first, and then now we do segments on, hey Dre, you're running the trainers training today. All right, here's what I want you to work on. We're gonna work on plyo step. We're gonna work on, let's say, euro step, and we're gonna work on how to finish through contact. I need you to find drills for each of these and work on it. You know what I'm saying? And then teach us how to work on it. So now there, I gotta bring literally my best
Yeah.
and then be okay with the correction that they give
Yep.
me.
Yep.
Even if I feel like something is I did it 100% right, they're always gonna find, yes, they're gonna tell me good job, but they're gonna critique it.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
gonna critique that. And then sometimes it can be frustrating because it's like, hey man, I'm giving you guys everything. I feel like I'm doing great. And all you guys are finding is the wrong stuff. But that's the wrong
Yeah.
mentality.
Yeah.
That's the wrong
Yeah.
way to look at it.
Yep.
Instead of me getting upset, I'm like, hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me go ahead and use that now.
Yep.
Right. So it's been a hell of an experience, honestly. And it's been humbling as well. It's very humbling. It's very um it's a beautiful experience to be a part of, and just how they do business, how everything works. Like I really enjoy every aspect of it.
No, yeah, that's solid. Yeah, I don't know if it was the actual league or yeah, but they posted something about I think they were doing either 2-on-2 or 3-on-3 drills. But like yeah, exactly like doing those reads.
Yeah.
Like you come off the screen and you freaking if the guy comes to kind of help a little bit or hedge, you know what I'm saying? Like okay,
Yeah.
kick out to the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, so like yeah, it's I've been telling Elijah too, like whenever we watch the Kings basketball or just basketball in general, I was like, hey, like watch what they're doing, dude. Like, this, there's the spots on the floor, but watch
Exactly.
how they're getting to the spots and like watch what the offense is doing, but how the defense is reacting and what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but oh yeah, Apex Sportswear. Yeah, we'll yeah, Dre's local coach here in Sacramento area. But yeah, basketball. But yeah, dude, it's any business inquiries, hit me up and then I can do all the good stuff for you guys. But yeah, dude, it's that's crazy that you said that because I actually that's what I did last week. Me and Elijah were just shooting around and there's this
Uh-huh.
kid he was like, "Hey, can I play with you?" Because we're doing also drills, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, dude, jump in." So because I was helping Elijah with his like pick and roll reads,
Mhm.
yeah. So there, it's like kind of like seeing what I do off the screen, and then you
Yeah.
react. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
so there, it's like if I roll, it's like all right, hit me. You know what I'm saying? Or if I bump up to spot up, you know, hit me again, or fucking take the
Exactly.
lane. You you know what I'm saying? Or just score. But kind of read off what I'm doing. So then yeah,
Definitely.
him and the other kid were like I think he was 9 too. But yeah, it was cool just seeing the other boy like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, this is
Yeah,
basketball,
man.
bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hey, I
it's not
mean,
just yeah, it's not just cone drills. You know what I'm saying? It's like the cone drills are cool because you work in your handles, but it's like the cone is there. It's not gonna fucking guard
exactly.
you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
And I mean, I've been saying so like I've reverted to using more cones with training kids.
yep,
Uh, and it's more of a visual aspect.
yep,
Like I'm not a I honestly personally I don't really like too many cones drills and do this crossover here, do this between the legs here, do this behind the back here. To me it's not really a sustainable way of training, right? And you're not gonna see your game results, right? But I do use cones for footwork
yep,
aspects, building solid footwork, building consistent footwork. And then also building the handle but also building the ability to make reads out of your handle, right? So
yep,
I might set a cone up, have them dribble to the cone. Hey, we're gonna do this combination.
yep,
After this combination, though, I'm going to either step back or I'm gonna step up. Now that's your
yep,
read, right? So you're gonna hit the combination. Once you attack, though, you're reading off of me. That's the next step. You're gonna read the backside help or whatever. So I think that has been a way that I've trained and I've seen really great results with it.
yep,
And yeah, man, it's more than just cones. Like a lot of people say, I'm gonna train this person, and I'm gonna get these amount of cones, and they're gonna do between cross here, between behind here, but they're not learning how to do it correctly, right? You got to
yep,
teach them how to be on balance with their base, how to move their feet, right? Before you
yep,
can teach a player moves, you got to teach them how to
yep,
move,
yep,
right?
yep.
That's something that I always say. Before you can teach players moves, you got to teach them how to move,
Nice.
right? So if you can teach them how to move, then you can give them different combinations that they can go off of. So it's like one, I'm going to teach you how to have a good solid base, everything, right? And that's it's so boring. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
boring, right? I'm going to teach you how to sit low, and I'm going to teach you how to shift with the ball. Or we're going to go to side,
yep,
right? But you're not going to cross your feet. You're going to defensive slide with the ball, right? If you watch Kyrie Irving,
he defensive slides and he uses his off on like crazy. But it's ball protection, right? Being defensive on offense.
Yep.
So like anytime they're working doing their ball handling, right? I have a it's like a defense stick, right? You just kind of poke it at them.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm teaching players to wherever side I'm poking at, learn how to slap it down, right? So if they're doing their ball handling, right, whatever I'm doing, I'll put the stick out. They have to slap it down with their opposite, right? But also their feet have to be moving because in basketball, right, when are your feet ever not
Right.
moving? So you want to teach them just the little things about the game, and like I said, how to move rather than teaching them all the moves. So I'm gonna give them here's this combination, right? I want you to shift left. But as I step up, I want you to make your read. Your reads
Yep.
are here. You can either pick up and shoot, or you can hesitate and drive,
Yep.
right? So giving them kind of like their own freedom to work, right? And their creativity, but then also giving them here are your two options right now. These are the two options I want you to give. And then you take that, you put them in a game. Their footwork is crisp. They have great base. They have great balance. That's where you see results in game, right? And
Yep.
so even my middle schoolers who are transitioning to high school, a lot of them made their high school teams. But I told them it's not about all the moves that you can put out, right? I'm gonna give you three things: play defense, move the ball, right, and make wide open shots. Now, wide open shots could be a layup. Wide open shots can be catching and shooting, right? But be able to make wide open shots. So if you get a catch and shoot opportunity, right, you got to look at that opportunity as the coach has his eyes on me. If I can make two or three of these shots and I can get back on defense and play, hey, right, I got a chance of making it. Or if I can make a great read,
Yep.
let's say I make a great pass over to the big, or I make a shovel pass over to the big. Instead of taking a contested layup over two people, let me show them how to give that ball up. That way they can get a basket. At the end of the day, if your team is the most winningest team in tryouts and it's because of you, right,
Yep.
you automatically have your spot, right?
Hell yeah.
So there's just little things that you have to approach it. A lot of kids, they look at basketball is they have to do all these moves, step backs, and try to impress the coach with their handles. No, man, impress the coach with your intellect, the ability to
Yep.
play the game, rather than trying to make 5 or 6 threes.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Show them that you can open up threes for somebody else, and you can open up threes for yourself. You can make layups for yourself, but you can also make layups for somebody else. And
Yep.
then just lock down on defense, bro. Defense
Yep.
is man, dive on the loose balls, get down, try to get steals, right? Anticipate the defense, jump into the passing lanes, do those little things. That way, the coach sees that you're a motor. You have a motor. You can play the game correctly,
Yep.
and the game isn't all about you. Because basketball isn't all about you. It's about your team. It's about winning. And if you can be the person to help your team win, no matter if you have 0 points, but you have 5 steals, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists,
Yep.
you literally helped your team win.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's you know what I'm saying. It's more of looking at it from an aspect of winning rather than personal achievement,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? Because
No.
it's not a personal game, right?
Yep.
Called
That's
tennis.
crazy. Yeah, as you say that, yeah, might have interrupted me, but yeah, I always tell Elijah too. I was like, hey, dude, like, if you get 0 points and 8 assists, how many points did your fucking team score? You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, you're scoring off of your assists. So in reality, you're scoring points. You know what I'm saying? So
Right?
it's like, yeah, it's like, and I was like, hey, you're gonna learn, dude. Passing is pretty fucking fun, dude. Like just like fucking just doing a nice dime, dude. Yeah, like I said, Steve Nash was fucking my ultimate favorite, dude. So like just watching him and Kid and just watching them fucking work the floor and pass.
Yeah.
Like I used to watch Nash for the half court sets and then Jason Kidd for his fucking fast breaks, dude. But yeah,
Oh,
dude, it's like I said, it's a very fulfilling and also like challenging
oh
sport.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Basketball,
yeah.
dude. It's like like it's like saying play pickup. Like if you have a good game, you're like, oh shit, it feels super solid. But if you have a couple shitty games, you just like in the car or at the house, like fuck, dude, damn, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's like
Hey man,
salty. It's like
I'm telling you, I've done
yeah,
it this week. This
yeah,
this week, man. Last week I played in the touch shooting men's league.
yeah,
Right, I play in that league, and last week I had a terrible game. I went like 0 for 5,
yeah,
but every shot I took was rushed. I played the game super rushed, and I left the game with 0 points, no assists, no
yeah,
rebounds, just an overall bad
yeah,
game. So last night we had another game, and I believe I played better because I didn't focus on scoring as much. I focused on when I'm in the game, how are we gonna
yeah,
win? Because I got man, all the players on my team, they're all ex pros and they're nice.
Yeah.
right? And I'm just like, so how do I bring value again? I
Yep.
don't always have to score the ball. So I locked down on defense. I think last night I had like
Hey,
two
yes.
steals. I had a
Go.
block. I've never blocked anybody. If you see me in person, you know I'm
Yeah.
not that tall. But I had a block, two steals, like three offensive rebounds, and I made my free
Hell yeah.
throws. And we won by, I think we won by 20. And
Hey,
I
let's
was like,
go. Yep.
that's what matters right
Yep.
there. So when I'm playing with a group of elite basketball players, my job isn't always just to score. It's to be the player who's going to do the dirty work. Let me go grab rebounds.
Yep.
Let me go box out. Let me go do this stuff so those other players can get better, get their shots. If you're hot, we had a player on our team last night who dropped 40.
Damn. Hell yeah.
And so
Yep.
I'm like, I'm not going to go in the game and mess up his rhythm. Let me go
Yep.
play defense and get him
Yep.
more shots. Let's get
Yep,
him.
yep, yep. Well, the crazy
So,
thing too is like, yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, but I'm like in an old man league. I'm in 36 and over
uh,
league right now, but yeah, same thing. Like, my brain was like, oh shoot, I gotta be 20-year-old Surge, like, freaking, 15 points, freaking 12 assists. But then
yeah,
eventually I was like, nah, dude, let me just fucking feed this one dude on my squad last game. He got 44 points and 15 rebounds. I'm like, oh shit, what the hell? It's like,
that,
yeah. So and like,
crazy.
yeah, our other dude hit like 6 threes, just
That's
sharpshooter,
crazy.
dude. Yeah. So it's like,
That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. I feel bad for we smoked the other team, dude. We won by like I think we're up by like 40 at one point,
Oh,
dude. But
oh,
yeah, like legit, I was all like, once they get going, it's like it's easier for me because I was like, I don't have to score. I can just fucking lay up easy or pull
yeah,
up jumper. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But yeah,
exactly.
shit, dude. We're actually up to an hour
Oh,
almost. Instagram usually kicks me out for the hour, but I can talk to you forever, dude. Basketball life and all this good stuff. But before anything, I just wanna just you share your coaching, how people can get in touch with you if they're interested in coaching in the area, and yeah, just basically your offerings and stuff, dude.
yes. So if you want to train with me, I do have my offerings at Touch Shooting. We have a two class $20 two class trial, right? It's a great way to come and get a feel for training, right? Get a feel for what we do at Touch Shooting and what I do as a coach. I have a link in that in my bio. Also, you can shoot me a DM and ask any questions you like about training and how you can get started. Um, and at the end of the day, like I said, it's for me, training is more of how I can help you get better and how I can have you see those in game results, but also build up your character, build up your confidence. Um, but yeah, man, like I said, it's a passion for me. It's something I truly enjoy and love doing. So yeah, like I said, if you are interested in training with me, just go ahead and hit the link in my bio, sign up. I'll get notifications, and we can set you up in any class that we feel is best for your skill level. And yeah, man, like I said, anytime, shoot me a DM and we'll get it started.
Oh, and then one last thing, dude, for those who
Yeah.
aren't familiar with your area, where is the gym, and also where do you train locally?
So the
You know what I mean?
gym is in Rancho Cordova. It's called Touch Shooting. You can look it up on Google. And then also where I train in the area, uh, plenty of places. If let's say I train a lot of players in Elk Grove area, but I also if you're a young player, I train every young players at parks. I do house calls as well. So as long as you just reach out to me and tell me your situation, we can always find out what works best.
Yeah. All right, bro. And then one last thing, I always
Yeah.
like to ask at least one or two questions. But so one question I want to ask is for an athlete coming up, learning basketball, or even just been in the game, and they just want to get better, but they've hit a
Yeah.
plateau. What's one thing that you can kind of give them real quick?
Oh man, just keep at it. Don't stop doing it, right? You're gonna hit a plateau. It's bound to happen, right? Nobody sees success as a straight line. There's always gonna be little walls, little barriers. But if you just keep your head down and keep trying your best to get better at it, you're gonna fight through anything. Yep.
Yeah. All right, dude. Much love, dude.
All
Yeah.
right, man.
Yeah. We got like 60
You're
seconds.
good.
Instagram's
You're
gonna kick
good.
me off, but yeah, much love, dude.
Yes,
I do
sir.
want to get Elijah back in the gym with you. I do want to do a tour of the gym too, so of the
Yeah.
facility. We'll link
Just
up
reach out.
and
We'll
do
set
that pretty
it
soon,
up.
dude. Hell yeah. But yeah,
Good.
everybody watching live, replay, love you guys. This will be up on YouTube. I'll also be cutting up clips and posting the clips next 3 to 4 weeks. So yeah.
All
Love you
right.
guys, Shihu. And this Wednesday we got another talk story. We got an MC Leps coming on off of the Hola Hola Festival. So other than that, if you guys need Kava, if you guys need basketball training, Well, hit me for kava, hit Dre for training, and enjoy your
All
day, bro. Love you, bro.
right, my man. Yep. Have a
Yee.
good one, bro.
Aloha.